Hi, it's Rob the Frugalist here, and today we're going to be looking at how to draft proof your house. Does your house have cold rooms or areas where there seems to be a bit of a chill? Chances are, if so, then you have a draft. So I've been feeling around the corners of my house trying to find where the drafts are, and there is a pretty big one here. And I want to be scientific about this, so I've measured it. I've got a thermometer here which is showing 10 degrees. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's just about 10 degrees Celsius here. Now, when I've put that above, up here, the thermometer, it's about 14 degrees. So there's a 4 degree drop. It's cold anyway, 14. Houses should be around 17, 18, 19, 20 degrees-ish for nice and cozy. But this is the coldest room in the house, and here particularly there's a bit of a chill, so I'm going to look at how to fix that. Now, there's generally 2 or 3 ways you can generally fix cold leaks, but this is going to be the one I'm using today. I've got some filler. This is a foam filler. You've got to be careful with it. Use gloves if you're not sure. Certainly use gloves with this because it's kind of caustic. It's not good for the skin. Expanding foam, and we're going to spray some of this under here, allow it to set for about 24 hours, and then make good with it. Other options are just to use a normal filler, well, your sealants, but the gaps here are too large for that, so we need some expanding foam. For doors and windows, if you've got this problem, you can use something like this. This is kind of I'll get it out so you can kind of get the gist of it. There we go. It looks a little bit like this. This is really good, and this sorted my front door out last year. Really made actually this room again a lot warmer. It went from, it went up a couple of degrees certainly, and it was pretty bad beforehand, but it's still pretty cold, and we think there's I can feel it on my hands now. There's a bit of a leak coming through, so we're going to see how we do that. Stage 1 is preparation with some masking tape and some newspaper just to protect the area. So we've done this first bit. What needs to happen next is it needs to dry and cure for about 24 hours. So we'll leave it and we'll come back tomorrow. Make sure you use appropriate cleaning methods for keeping this straw dry and clear, because otherwise it will clog up and you won't be able to use it again. So you can actually squirt it upright, usually like clears it, but usually something like a nail varnish removal will work with this to keep this usable for any remaining jobs around the house. Okay, so stage 1 is done. Incidentally, I left the thermometer down here while I was doing the job, and it's already jumped up to 13 and a half degrees. So it's already, still won't focus, but it's already noticeably warmer here. In fact, that's a good thing. So straight away you should be able to see the difference. Still got quite a lot of work to do to tidy that up though. So often these jobs are much more about setup and clearing away than they are actually the job itself. So we'll do that next, but we'll have to wait. Okay, so we are cured now, so all you need to do is get a sharp knife, razor sharp as possible actually if you can, and carefully cut away all of the overflow around the edges here. You can also use a serrated knife, bread knife, they can all work if you can get permission for them to be used, but probably use something a bit more careful. I'm going to use a scalpel I've had for years and years and years from uni days, and once that's cut, we'll see whether we need to do further filling or whether it needs to where it can just be painted straight off. Done. Well, that was quick. Yeah, I forgot to push play on the camera, unfortunately. So just to say, I used the scalpel, managed to get it all off nice and tidy. Except there's a few little holes here. I don't know if you can see up close. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some filler on that. I'm going to sand it down, put some filler on it, caulk or filler, and then I'll paint over it shortly afterwards. Run out of masking tape, so quick pause while I find some more of that stuff. And it's not worth rushing the job just for the sake of making mistakes, so we'll do it properly. Right, pretty much done now. The latest reading is about 15 degrees down here. It's still cold down here. This floor's not a hot floor, but there's no draft, and we're knocked up at least 10 degrees. Sorry, we've knocked up from the 10 degrees that we had previously, so it's 5 degrees warmer. This is a lot more efficient now, which is really, really good, and it's just around 0 outside as a reference, so it's actually colder than when I took the very first measurement. So that's how to seal up your house. Good luck with it. I've got to do a little bit more tidy up, but there's no need to really paint anything here because, as you can see, it's pretty much colour matched anyway. And I've got that sneaky suspicion if I start painting here, where do I stop? Right, I have to do all of the skirting boards in the house, and there's no way I'm going to do that. I'm just going to fix a leak here. That's the idea. So all the best with finding your leaks in the houses, and let us know how you get on.